Okay, so let's start. Here the function is given to you, that is f of x is equal to, the function is f of x is equal to x cube and minus of 3x and plus c. So in order to find out the first order derivative, so first of all we need to calculate the first order derivative, that will be 3 of x square and minus 3. Clear? So after this step we will substitute this first order derivative is equal to, even you are replacing this is equal to 0, so you got a 3x square minus 3. By this equation we can calculate the value of x. So here you got a 3 of x square is equal to 3, as well as x square is equal to 1, and as well as that x is plus minus 1. So here I got a two values of x, that is one is positive one and one is negative. So after that we have to make a straight line, that is known as a real line, and we plot these 2 points on the real line, that one is a positive one and one is negative one. So negative one is there and positive one will be. Okay, now we have to check it out that in this proper interval, like from before -1 and after that from -1 to 1 and then after 1, so our function's derivative, how it's react in this proper interval. So first of all I will see what is my first order derivative, right? F dash x, it is 3 of x square minus 3. So check it out at this interval, that it will be -1. So after that you got a point that is a -2. So any point you can substitute. So I'm just substituting -2. So if you are replacing -2, so you got -2 having square, that will be positive terms, and positive into 3, so -3 it will be positive. And now I'm gonna find out some value taking from -1 to 1, that is a good value, that is 0. You can replace 0. Any value you can take. If you want to take in the point in decimal in the fractions value, there is no problems, but we will choose a value that will be easy for us. So f dash 0, it will gives you 0 and it will gives you negative result. After that we will replace f dash, and after 1 that will be, you can replace 2. Here you got a 2 into something and again you got a positive result. So you can see here your function's derivative is positive, here is negative, and here again is. So what is the rule actually? So according to rule, we have to check it out, your functions change from left to right. Always you have to check it out, like left to right at this point. So I'm just moving from left to right. So you can see from left to right it is just moving from positive to negative, and by this point it is giving you negative to positive. So if you got a positive to negative, it means it's a point of maximum. This point of maximum. Okay, and if negative to positive, so it is known as point of minima. Clear? So by this relation I got a -1, it is point of maxima, and the 1 it is point of minima. Clear? Also he can ask to you that you have to calculate the maximum value or minimum value. So in order to calculate the maximum or minimum value, like I'm just calculating here the maximum value of the function. So first of all you need to take care that at which point the function is giving you a maximum value. So I can see that at -1 it is giving you a maximum value, so I will check it out, the function's value at -1. So what was the function? Function was x cube minus 3x plus 3. So here I'm just replacing a -1. See, it will become -1 and having whole cube, and -3 into -1 and plus 3. Here you got a negative, gives you negative positive, and then positive 3 plus 3, that will be 5. This is your maximum value of this function, as well as we can calculate the minimum value of the function. Clear? So in first order derivative, just need to do the 2 steps. The first thing, you have to calculate the first order derivative, and after that you just put that derivatives equation is equal to 0. As we are putting the is equal to 0, so we got a value of x. So even when you got a value of x, the 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, whatever the points are there, so after plotting these points on a real line, you need to check it out your derivative, like f dash x is reacting at which form, like it is positive or negative. So here, as we checked it out, that this functions is giving you negative result, somewhere it is giving you a positive result, like here it is a positive, here it is a negative, and here is a positive. So after that you have to check it out at this point. If it's going to positive to negative, it is a maxima. If it is a negative to positive, it is a point of minimum. That's all about the first order derivative. Okay, so sometimes you feel that it is not easy to find out some maxima and minima with the help of first order derivative. So that's why we introduce that second order derivative, and the next problem I'm going to discuss with the help of second order derivative, and let's see. And here the question is, f of x is equal to 3 of x power 4 plus 4x cube minus 12x square plus 12. And let's see how we can solve out this equation. First of all, we need to calculate the derivative of this equation, that is first derivative f dash. It will become 12x cube, and it will become 12x square and minus of 4x, and it will, after that first order derivative you will replace, you will substitute this is equal to 0. Clear? So here I can take a common, that will be 12 as well as x is also. Here your equation will becomes x square and plus x and minus 2. Clear? So now I can solve out this equation. By this, first of all, you got x is equal to 0, the 1 point from this part, your x will be 0. So this equation also we can solve out with the help of factorization method. So x square and plus x minus 2, we can make a factor for this equation, that will be x square and plus 2 of x and minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Here I can take common x plus 2, and minus of 1 will be common, and x plus 2 is here, but x plus 2 will be common, and x minus 1 will be equal to 0. By this relation, x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 1. The 1 point here I got x is equal to minus 2, and the 1 point here I got x is. So the 3 point we have now, one is x is equal to 0, one is x is equal to minus 2, and one is x is equal to 1. Clear? No problem at all. Okay, now time to find out the methods and the values of a second order derivative, and we will try to replace all the points in the second order derivative. Let's see. So here we have functions first order derivative. Now I'm going to find out second order derivative, f dash x, f double dash x will becomes from this relation you can see 12 into 3. Okay, so you will not start to solve out from these calculations, because here we just substitute is equal to 0, so you got a value of x. So the first order derivative was this. So from this equations you will try to solve out with the second order derivative. From 36 and x square and plus 24 into x and minus 20. Okay. Now time to find out that at which point your functions is giving you a positive as well as a negative, these kind of providing. So here I'm just going to start. We have 3 points, my dear. One is x is equal to 0, one is x is equal to minus 2, and one is x is equal to. So here for x is equal to 0, we'll substitute f double dash. So if you replace x is equal to 0, so you got a 0, 0, and you got negative minus negative 24, means your this relation is a negative result. So if it is negative, so it is point of x. Alright. After that, you replace the double derivative, that the value is 1. We replace 1, 1 and 1, so you got a positive. Whatever the here, there is no need to calculate all the data, because we not need to find out the proper number here, because We just want to find out the sign that will be positive or negative. That's all. So here you got a positive sign, it means it is the point of minima. And the last value, that is f double dash 2, that is minus 2, I think. Minus 2. So if you replace minus 2, it will give you positive result. It is a minus 2, it will gives you a negative, and this is also negative. I hope so that complete result will become a negative part. No, it will becomes a positive part. This is also a point of minima. Okay, you will calculate. I hope so there is no difficulty. So here you got a point of maxima, point of minima, as well as a point of minima. And in earlier lectures I was told you that the point of maxima and minima can be appear more than one time. So as you can see here, the point of minima are appear 2 times. Clear? Now if you got some point that is a point of maxima and minima, so you can find out the value also. Here you got 0 is point of maxima only. 0 is point of maxima, as well as if I'm talking about 1 and minus 2, these are point of minima. Logic clear? As well as you can find out the maximum or minimum value. Like if you want to find out the maximum value, so you can replace f of 0, it will give you a maximum value. You can try to sort out some part of these functions at your own. Clear? Let's move for the next question. Here the problem number 3rd, my dear friends. In the problem number 3rd, I will again use second order derivative method in order to find out the maximum. But here the word is using, that is find the absolute maxima and minima. So absolute maxima minima, if he want to ask, so he definitely gives you an interval. Okay, like in this question the interval is given to you for x belongs to, because without interval he would not ask to absolute maxima or minima. So he has given you an interval that is 1, 5 in the closed interval, that is given to you. So from this interval you have to calculate absolute maxima and minima. Let's see. The function is given to you. First of all, you need to calculate the first order derivative, and here I'm gonna calculating the first order derivative will becomes 6x square and minus of 30x and plus 36, and we will replace this first order derivative is equal to 0, and by this relation you take common, that is 6 is common, and here you got a x square and minus of 5x and plus 6, that is equal to 0. By this part got x square minus of 5x and plus 6 equal to 0. So we can easily solve out this equation, and it will be x square and minus of 3x minus of 2x and plus 6 equal to 0. X will be common, and x minus 3 minus 2 will be common, and x, and here you got a 2 factor, that one is 3 and other is x minus, and also you can see the value of x is 3 as well as value of x is equal to 2. Here you got a 2 values, one is x is equal to 3 and clear. Now time to find the second order derivative, and here I'm going to find out the double derivative of this function. Got a first order derivative, this equation, so start from here. 6 to the 12 of x and minus 30. Now time to check it out at this point, how they are react f double dash, like the double derivative at 3, how it will be react. If you are replacing x is equal to 3, so 12 3 is 36, it will gives you positive gradient. Positive means the point of minima. Clear? And if you are replacing the value 2 in the double derivative, and here you can see it will negative gradient, it means the point of maxima. Logic clear? Point of maxima. So now he just want absolute maxima and absolute. So these are the maxima and minima we have, that 1 2 is the point of maxima and 3 is point of minima. So what about the absolute word? Let's see. You need to find out the some values. Like first of all, I will calculate the value of function at f of 2. So if you are replacing the value that is f of 2, so you can see what if it will become. So at f of 2 it will becomes 29. You can calculate easily. I'm just writing directly here 29. Similarly, if you are replacing f of 3, my dear friends, and here you got a value that will be 20. Okay. But now these are maxima and minima, but these are not absolute maximum. So we will just go back to this interval and we will check it out at this intervals having the two extreme point, that is 1 and 5. So we will check it out at f1 with the value of at f is equal to 1. So the function is giving you how much value? So at 1 it is giving you 24, my dear. Similarly, if you are replacing f at 5, it will gives you your value that is 56. So now we will check it out that at which point your function is giving you a maximum or minimum value. So you can see the absolute maxima is at 56. Clear? And if you're talking about absolute minima, that is at 24. These are not absolute maximum minima. These are maximum minima, we can say that. But if you are talking about this interval, the absolute maxima as f5. So the absolute maxima is 5. And if talking about absolute maximum value, that will be 56. Logic clear? So by this approach, we will take care of absolute maxima and minima. But in the case of absolute word, he definitely will gives to you interval. Without interval, you could not find out absolute maxima and minima. Just note it down. Logic clear? Okay, let's move for the some other important example. Yes, I'm just taking a question that will be appear in GATE 2013, and here you will try to sort out this question, my dear friends, at your own also. So what the function is given to you, that f of x is equal to 1 by x raised to power x, and you need to calculate the maximum or minimum value will appear for this function. 4 options are in front of you. So first of all, you have a function. The value of function is 1 by x raised to power. I can consider this function as a y. Y is equal to x raised to power s, so I can write out x raised to power minus of x. Right? Can I write out x raised to power minus of x? Is no problem. And this f of x, I'm just taking y. So here I can take a log both sides. So you can write out log of y is equal to log of x raised to power minus of x, and this relation will gives to you some result. Log of y is equal to minus of x and log of x. Am I right here? So minus of x and log of x. So now time to find out some derivative, and using the derivative here, and that will becomes 1 by y and dy by dx. That will be minus, I will take common x as it is, and log x having derivative 1 by x plus log of x as it is and x having derivative, that is 1. Clear? And by this result, you can see the dy by dx will be equal to minus of y. I'm just taking cross multiply, minus y, and having x will cancel with x, 1 plus log of x. Clear? Till now. Now listen. In order to find out the point that is giving you a maximum or minimum value, we have a method that the first order derivative we will just put that is equal to 0. So it means we have to substitute this part is equal to 0. I'm doing here. So it means this relation will becomes minus y and 1 plus log of x is equal to 0. By this relation, you can see it will become 1 plus log of x to 0. And here you got a value of log of x is equal to minus 1. So if you are taking e both sides, so you got a x is equal to taking e both side. Okay. x is equal to e raised to power minus 1. Am I right here? Or you can say that x is 1 by e. So my dear friends, here you got a 1 point that x is equal to 1 by e. It means whatever this point will give you maximum or minimum value, so there is only 1 point. At this point the function will gives you maximum, minimum, whatever. Okay, so first of all you will just need to check it out that is there any option of 1 by e. It's just a f of x is minimum at e, though there is no option. So f of x is maximum at 1 by e. This could be possible because in the C or D option he just gives you a maximum or minimum value. Maybe these answers are also correct. Clear? Okay, x is equal to 1 by e. This is the point of maxima or minimum. Now time to find out that this point is having maximum or minimum value. So either you can calculate the double derivative like f double dash x, and we will replace in this value f double dash x. We can calculate easily. So let's see that how we can calculate the double derivative. Let's see. So firstly, we got a relation that dy by dx is equal to minus of y and 1 plus log of x. So if I'm finding the double derivative, so it means you are finding d2y by d of x square using double derivative, and here negative will be there, y as it is, and derivative of log of x, it will be 1 by x, and plus 1 plus log of x as it is, and y will gives you dy by dx. Clear? And this complete relation will becomes minus of y by x and plus dy by dx will becomes this relation, and write out this part again, 1 plus log of x. Here I'm going to write out 1 plus log x again, it will become square, and there is a negative y, so you use a negative sign here. So you can use the negative sign here, and it will become minus of y. Logic clear? And also I can say, I can write out this relation as I take common, y is a common one, is common, negative I can it can absorb 1 plus log of x whole square and minus 1 by x. This is your double order derivative. Now the point is that at you have only single point that at x is equal to 1 by e. So you need to check it only at x is equal to 1 by e. So this double derivative will be negative or positive. So if you are replacing that 1 by e, let's see what it will becomes. So 1 by e, log 1 by e, and log e raised to power minus 1, it will give you negative sign, negative minus 1. So if it will becomes minus 1, so minus and positive they will be become 0, and if you got a 0 from here and you got a negative value from here, so it will, all the result will gives you negative. It means f double dash x, or you can say that d2y upon d of x square is negative at x is equal to 1 by e. You can easily replace. I hope so everybody's understand. Like I just talked about e raised to power minus 1, you replace here in the case of x, and log e will finish, and here you got a minus 1, and the 1 plus 1 is there, they both will become 0. So if you replace x is equal to e raised to minus 1, so negative is there, the complete result will become negative. So that's why d2y upon dx square is a negative. So if it is negative, it will gives you a maximum value. So that's clear, it will gives you maxima. So the options for minima has been cancelled now. So now time to find out the maximum value. So function was f of x means y, that was x raised to power minus of x, that was function. Okay, I'm gonna replacing this value as x is equal to 1 by e. So it will becomes 1 by e and raised to power minus of 1 by e. All right here, and you can write out e raised to power minus 1 is 1 by e, and it will become minus of 1 by e. So minus minus positive, and it will becomes e raised to power 1 by e. That is the result of y. So if you are replacing x is equal to 1 by e, you got a y is equal to e raised to power 1, and it is what? It is a maximum value, my dear friends. So let's move for the options we have. So your option number third, that option number C, we have a correct answer, option number C. But could not eliminate this option A, because fx is a maximum at 1 by e. This is also your right answer. Nowadays a gate having some MSQ type questions, so that's why there are both options was right. Logic clear? So first of all, in these kind of questions, you need to take y is equal to something, you take log both sides and then find derivative, first order derivative, then replace is equal to 0. From this relation you got a value of x. So if you got a value of x, it means at this point function will give you maxima or minima. After that you need to calculate double order derivative, and when you will find out the second order derivative, so you will replace x is equal to e and you will check it is giving you a positive or negative sign. Here it is giving a negative sign, so that's why I write is the point of maxima. And after replacing x is equal to 1 by e, after replacing x is equal to 1 by e in the complete function, we got a y is equal to e raised to power 1 by e, and this is maximum value for the function. So this was the problems related to maxima and minima. I hope so that you understand the concept of maximum and minimum.